Imagine spending $30,000 a month just on wine, or buying an entire town. It sounds crazy, right? But for some celebrities, it's the reality. Stick around to discover how even the wealthiest stars lost it all. We've all seen celebrities flaunt their luxurious lifestyles: private jets, million-dollar mansions, designer clothes, and cars that cost more than most people's homes. The assumption is always the same: these people must have it all figured out, right? But in reality, many of them have ended up broke, facing bankruptcy, or struggling to make ends meet. Why? Because money doesn't guarantee smart decisions, and fame doesn't ensure financial stability. Today, we're diving into the jaw-dropping stories of celebrities who went from being richer than most of us can even imagine to losing it all. We'll explore how reckless spending, bad investments, and a lack of financial knowledge led to their downfall. If you think being a celebrity means never worrying about money, think again. Exploration: the 10 cases. 1. Johnny Depp, the pirate who couldn't save his treasure. Johnny Depp's lifestyle made headlines for all the wrong reasons. Despite earning hundreds of millions from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, Depp found himself in financial turmoil. His massive spending sprees, including purchasing a private island, a $30,000 a month wine habit, and hiring an army of staff, put him in a deep financial hole. He was forced to file a lawsuit against his former managers, blaming them for mishandling his money, but his extravagant habits were the true culprit. It's a classic case of a star living beyond their means, expecting their wealth to last forever. Spoiler alert, it didn't. 2. Nicolas Cage, the man who bought an island and lost it all. Nicolas Cage might have been one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors at one point, but that didn't stop him from blowing through his fortune. From a $12 million private island to a $7 million dinosaur skull, Cage's bizarre purchases didn't help his financial future. He ended up in a major tax battle with the IRS, owing millions. While he's worked to rebuild his fortune, the lavish lifestyle he led in the past came at a steep price. 3. Mike Tyson, the boxer who knocked himself out financially.
I did that video and I was in bed for a week. That was 30 seconds and I was in bed for a week. And it's not funny because it made me realize that this is big boy shit, okay?
Big boy shit.
This big boy shit.
Mike Tyson is a legend in the boxing world, but his financial management left a lot to be desired. After earning over $300 million throughout his career, Tyson's reckless spending, on everything from luxury cars to a $2 million mansion for his pet tigers, left him bankrupt by the early 2000s. He even declared bankruptcy in 2003. The crazy part? His entourage kept asking for more, and Tyson kept giving. His story is a perfect example of how a lack of financial education can lead even the richest stars down a dangerous path. 4. MC Hammer, too legit to quit, too broke to bounce back.
When Tito's came with the idea of celebrating the 30th anniversary of You Can't Touch This, combining our efforts, being a fan who had ate Cheetos since I was a kid, it was just like, oh yeah, let's do this. Let's do it. We got the nostalgic look, we got the nostalgic pants, nostalgic dance. It was all retro and a lot of fun.
MC Hammer is one of the most iconic names in hip-hop, but his story is a cautionary tale. In the early 90s, he was pulling in millions thanks to hits like You Can't Touch This. However, his spending was even bigger, on a massive mansion, a 200-person entourage, and a private jet. Hammer's extravagant lifestyle didn't just bankrupt him, it wiped him out entirely. He filed for bankruptcy in 1996, owing over $13 million. Despite his fall from grace, he's since managed to make a comeback. But his financial story is a painful reminder of how fame can blind you to the reality of managing money. 5. Lindsay Lohan, from starlet to struggling.
The story behind me playing Katie in Mean Girls is actually really unknown by a lot of people. I wanted to play Regina because I had just come off of Freaky Friday, and I really wanted to play like a pretty normal girl now, and I wanted to have a different kind of role than just the damaged teenager again.
Lindsay Lohan's wild ride from being one of Hollywood's most promising young stars to facing financial ruin is nothing short of heartbreaking. After earning millions from movies like Mean Girls and The Parent Trap, Lohan's out-of-control partying habits and legal troubles took a serious toll on her finances. At one point, she was so broke that she had to auction off her personal items. Lohan's lack of financial discipline, paired with her personal struggles, led to a downfall that few saw coming. 6. Paris Hilton. The heiress who lived like money was unlimited.
I have so many memories at this hotel from when I'm a little girl. Paris and I actually lived here, and in one of the conference rooms, they made like a little makeshift classroom where we were taught all of our subjects, and we just sort of ran around this hotel like little Eloises.
Paris Hilton may have inherited a fortune from her family, but she quickly turned it into an even bigger one. But her excessive spending on parties, shopping sprees, and a lavish lifestyle didn't set her up for long-term success. In the mid-2000s, she was often in the headlines for partying and her extravagant purchases. While she's still wealthy, her story is an example of someone living like money is endless. The reality is, it isn't, and her story serves as a lesson in financial responsibility for the younger generation. 7. Kim Basinger, the actress who bought a town.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
God, thank you.
And I'm not going to say your age because I don't know if you like to discuss
Oh, I don't care. 60? Yes, I turned 60 in December, early December.
High five! Look
Yeah,
at
thank
60.
you.
Now, your daughter has said that you have never had any injections, any plastic surgery. So how do you do it?
Just simply thank you. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's having started skydiving. Maybe that makes me happy. I don't
you?
know. Yeah, love it.
Kim Basinger made a huge splash in the 80s and 90s with hits like Batman and 9-1-2 Weeks. However, her decision to buy the small town of Brazelton, Georgia, for $20 million was one of her biggest financial missteps. In an effort to develop the town into a tourist destination, Basinger soon found herself in a massive debt crisis. She eventually had to sell the town and filed for bankruptcy. Basinger's story highlights how even the best intentions can go wrong when you're out of your depth in managing money. 8. Wesley Snipes, the actor who was too tax-exempt to pay taxes.
I mean, it's like being a little kid again, to go back and see, to go on set and see all of these iconic personalities, actors and performers that I personally have been a fan of, and appreciate and have spent plenty of money seeing their films, to get a chance to actually work with them, hang out with them, play with them.
Wesley Snipes, a star known for films like Blade, ran into serious trouble with the IRS. Despite making millions, Snipes failed to pay taxes for several years, believing he was exempt from doing so. The IRS, of course, didn't agree. Snipes was eventually sentenced to 3 years in prison for tax evasion, costing him his fortune, reputation, and freedom. Snipes' story underscores how dangerous it can be to ignore the basics of financial responsibility, even if you're a big name in Hollywood. 9. Elizabeth Hurley, from supermodel to financial woes.
You have a 13-year-old son, yes?
I do.
And now, what is his life like with this, a very famous mother, a mother who is flirtatious? Would you say in real life you are flirtatious as well?
Well, yes, you know what I am. I'll flirt with anyone.
Okay,
Man,
great.
woman, animal, inanimate object. Anything
Okay,
to get
great.
the party going.
So
you
don't
know?
feel good if I feel like you're flirting with me?
I am flirting.
Okay, good.
Elizabeth Hurley is known for her beauty and acting career, but she's also known for her financial troubles. After a successful career, Hurley faced multiple financial pitfalls, including a failed clothing line and a series of bad investments. Although she's done well for herself overall, her story is a testament to how even the most successful stars can falter if they don't keep a close eye on their financial situation. 10. Selene Dion, a diva who was nearly divorced from reality.
This residency in Vegas, I remember when you started doing it, this is probably around, was it 2003 or maybe or something?
Oh, I don't even know anymore. I don't know how to count.
But I remember
But RC, my oldest, is 15 and a half, and he was not even 2 when we moved there.
Wow.
And I was supposed to do like I think 3 weeks, 2 years.
Selene Dion's lavish spending habits almost cost her everything. Despite earning hundreds of millions over the course of her career, she found herself struggling with a massive debt crisis in the late 2000s. Dion's $72 million mansion was just the beginning of her financial struggles, as she continued to blow money on extravagant items, expensive clothes, and luxury vacations. Fortunately, with a strong work ethic and a successful Vegas residency, Dion was able to bounce back, but not without a few close calls along the way. Presentation of the problem. So, what went wrong? Why do these celebrities, who have access to the best financial advice, end up broke? One big reason is the lack of financial education. Many stars are thrust into the spotlight at a young age, with no clue how to manage the kind of money they're suddenly earning. On top of that, the pressures of fame lead to poor decisions, keeping up appearances, trying to outdo other celebrities, or simply living for the moment. Surrounding themselves with toxic people, whether it's a bad manager or a manipulative entourage, only adds to the problem. The reality is, fame doesn't protect you from financial ruin. In fact, it can often make it easier to fall victim to reckless spending. Fame and fortune might seem like the ultimate goals, but as these celebrities show, they don't come with a guarantee of financial security. Without proper financial discipline, even the richest people can lose it all. If these stars had invested wisely, controlled their spending, and surrounded themselves with better advisors, their stories might have been different. The bottom line is that wealth doesn't make you immune to financial failure. It's a hard lesson that some celebrities had to learn the hard way. Which celebrity surprised you the most with their financial downfall? Drop a comment below and let us know. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more crazy celebrity stories, and check out our next video, Celebrities Who Bounced Back from Bankruptcy and Rebuilt Their Fortunes.